Well, Neeraj Chopra, a name that India will never forget. The star javelin thrower scripted history in Tokyo by becoming India's only Olympic gold medalist in track and field events. The 23-year-old dominated his event from the very beginning. Well, he topped the leaderboard in qualifying round and also threw 87.58 meters in the final to clinch the gold.
Neeraj Chopra, a name that will go down in history as one of the best athletes in the history of India. A medal in the track and field event had eluded India for a century. 121 years to be exact. But Neeraj Chopra changed that with a single throw. When the 23-year-old took the field in Tokyo, he had one aim in mind: to clinch the gold medal. Neeraj set the tone with his first throw, a monstrous 87.03 meters. And when he came for his second throw, even before the javelin landed, he knew that he has scripted history. A gigantic throw of 87.58 meters. Neeraj Chopra's rival tried their best, but no one came close to him as he outperformed the field by quite a distance. Czech Republic's Jakub Wadlec finished second with 86.67 meters, and his fellow countryman Vítězslav Veselý finished third with 85.44 meters. Never have an Indian athlete dominated an Olympic sport with such supremacy. From the qualifiers to the finals, Neeraj led the field. His javelin soared the highest. The tricolour fluttered with pride. And 1.3 billion went into ecstasy. An unprecedented feat that the nation will remember forever. Subedar Neeraj Chopra, India salutes you.
Well, javelin star Neeraj Chopra has spoken exclusively with India Today's Rahul Rawat in Tokyo, wherein he shares the moment when he scripted history by winning gold. Listen in.
अभी तक शायद वो पूरी फीलिंग आई नहीं है, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि जब इंडिया जाऊंगा, और मैंने ज़्यादा फ़ोन वगैरह भी कुछ ज़्यादा अभी यूज़ नहीं किया है कि मैं देख सकूँ कितने लोगों ने मुझे वो किया है। अभी तक तो बस आप सभी से बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, मीडिया से, और शायद इंडिया जाऊंगा तो इस चीज़ का शायद और ज़्यादा एहसास होगा। मुझे भी ऐसा लग रहा था कि मतलब अंदर से एक वो था, रोंगटे खड़े कर देने वाला मोमेंट था वो, लेकिन आंखों से आंसू तो नहीं आए, लेकिन हाँ, पर अंदर से जोश बहुत था उस टाइम पे। मतलब मैं बता नहीं सकता, बहुत ही ज़्यादा जोश था।
Well, wrestler Bajrang Punia scored a stunning victory in Olympics 2020 and won bronze for India. Punia demolished his opponent from Kazakhstan with ease. Here's what unfolded.
India's Bajrang Punia made history at the Olympics by clinching the bronze medal in wrestling. An 8-0 victory where his opponent could hardly find an opening. Bajrang showed why he was rated as one of India's best medal hopes even before the Olympics began. With the victory, Bajrang became the second Indian wrestler to win an Olympic medal at Tokyo 2020 after Ravi Dahiya. The moment Bajrang won, celebrations began at his home in Sonipat. It felt like the entire city had entered the house to celebrate his victory. Bajrang's family, and especially his father, could not contain his excitement. After all, his son has brought glory to the nation.
आपने जब बात करी थी बजरंग से, तो जितने बेटे हौसला बुलंद था उनका, चेहरा मुर्दा नहीं रहा था। और पापा जी आज बेस्ट करूंगा, वो बेटे बढ़िया करके दिखा।
Even Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar was quick to appreciate his champion wrestler.
बहुत अच्छे प्रकार से वो खेला है, तो इस प्रकार से अपने देश के इस समय तक कुल 6 मेडल हो गए हैं, 2 सिल्वर और 4 कांस्य। और स्वाभाविक है हरियाणा का योगदान इसमें सर्वाधिक है।
India have now equaled their best ever Olympic haul in terms of wrestling with 2 medals at the games. In 2012, it was Sushil Kumar and Yogeshwar Dutt who had won medals. And in Tokyo 2020, Ravi Dahiya and Bajrang Punia have brought home the glory. Punia has now entered India's Olympic Hall of Fame, becoming the 6th Indian wrestler to win an Olympic medal, where Sushil Kumar has won twice. After KD Jadhav in 1952, it was Sushil Kumar who started India's glorious run in wrestling in Beijing 2008. Since then, India has won a medal at every Olympics. While Punia surely was disappointed over the loss in the semis, this bronze medal victory signifies how good a wrestler he is. And maybe in 2024, he will get us the golden glory we so desire. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Japan's connection with India goes way back in history and in the contemporary world. It's a love for Indian films and food. My colleague Paulami Burman brings us this special story on how the Japanese love Bollywood as well as Indian cuisine.
I'm going to meet 2 of my other Japanese friends now, Chiharu and Haruka. Haruka loves Indian food and she is even learning Hindi now. And Chiharu is a Bollywood fitness dancer. I would like to know, Chiharu-san, how did Bollywood happen to you?
So I used to live in Singapore where there's a big Indian community at. I started Bollywood dancing there. I got super inspired and I came back to Japan, but I still wanted to keep dancing. So why don't I start my own class here? And I just did it.
And आपका favorite Indian खाना क्या है?
हाँ जी, मुझे बहुत इंडियन फूड पसंद है.
We have paneer masala, we have palak paneer. Chiharu is having palak paneer. Chole, Haruka is having chole. So Chiharu-san and Haruka-san have already started eating their food and they are enjoying their delicious Indian cuisine today. My food is also here and I cannot hold myself back anymore looking at them already having their food. So we will jump into our food and we will see you again with some other story. Till then, bye-bye.
Well, some news just coming in. Mumbai local trains open to general public from the 15th of August onwards. The Thackeray said people who have taken both doses of vaccines and completed 15 days will be allowed to travel by local train. It's a big move as far as the lifeline of Mumbai city is concerned. Local trains will be allowed to apply for the general public, provided that commuters are fully vaccinated and have waited for 15 days for immunity to kick in. Well, after discontent among those failing to make the cut in Basavaraj Bommai's cabinet, the Chief Minister now faces displeasure with those who did not get meaty portfolios. Bommai has said that everyone can't get the portfolios they really want, and he saw it's going to be sorting out the grievances at the earliest is what he has promised. Listen in.
Days after 29 BJP ministers took oath in Karnataka as part of Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai's cabinet, discontentment is brewing over portfolio allocations. 2 ministers, Anand Singh and MTB Nagraj, have expressed displeasure for not getting meaty portfolios. Reports say 2 others, B. Sriramulu and Sashikala Jorle, too are unhappy. BJP MLC MTB Nagaraj, who ditched Congress for earlier BSY cabinet, landed the small-scale and public sector industry berths on Saturday. But hours later, the agitated minister openly aired his grievances by saying that previous Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa and present Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai have not kept their word.
ನಾನು ಅವರು 2-3 ಸಾರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೋಗಮನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಅವರು ಭರವಸೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು.
ಓಕೆ.
ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ವಸತಿ ಖಾತೆ ಸಚಿವನಾಗಿ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಂದವನು.
ಹೌದು.
ಅಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವರು ನಾವು ಸುಧಾಕರ್ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೂ ಸುಧಾಕರ್ ಅವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು.
ಓಕೆ.
ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಸೆ ಅಂಶಗಳಿಗೆ ಬಲಿಯಾಗಿ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಪಕ್ಷ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ.
Another minister, Anand Singh, who has been made the Minister for Environment, met the Chief Minister at his residence and expressed his disappointment.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಬಹಿರಂಗವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಾನು ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಆ ಮನವಿಯನ್ನು ಪರಿಗಣಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸ್ಬೋದು ವಿನಃ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಟೀಕೆ ಟಿಪ್ಪಣಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸಿದ್ಧನಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು.
Despite the rumblings, Chief Minister Bommai is hopeful of pacifying the dissenters, assuring that an amicable solution will be found to make everyone happy. The Chief Minister has lined up a series of meetings with disgruntled ministers to pacify them.
ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಆಗಿದಾರ?
ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಯಗಳ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭಾವನೆಗಳು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗೌರವ ಉಳಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಇವತ್ತು ಕರೆದು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Former Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa, meanwhile, turned down special cabinet privileges provided by the state government. The new Bommai government had allocated BSY all protocol and facilities enjoyed by a cabinet minister. Can Chief Minister Bommai convince the upset ministers to meet the challenges of COVID and flood facing his government? With inputs from Nagarjun Dwarkanath and Nolan Pinto in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
And in its biggest operation so far, NIA today carried out raids at over 50 locations across 14 districts of Jammu and Kashmir, including Srinagar, Udhampur, Doda and Anantnag. Raids are in connection with the activities of the Jamaat-e-Islami in Jammu and Kashmir, in spite of the ban being imposed on the organization in 2019 due to its pro-Pakistan and pro-separatist activities. Our next report tells you more.
Biggest crackdown on terror in Jammu and Kashmir by the NIA ahead of Independence Day. NIA team from Delhi with the help of CRPF and Jammu and Kashmir police raided over 50 locations across 14 districts in the Union territory on Sunday. Raids were carried out in connection with the terror funding case related to pro-Pakistan banned organization Jamaat-e-Islami. Centre had banned Jamaat-e-Islami in Jammu and Kashmir in 2019 for 5 years for carrying out anti-India and separatist activities. According to sources, the banned organization was involved in sourcing funds for terror groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen and Lashkar-e-Taiba. Jamaat-e-Islami was in touch with Pakistani intelligence agencies and was routing funds from Dubai and Turkey in the name of charity, health and education to sponsor terror in the valley. Members of the group were also holding meetings to recruit new terrorists. Jamaat-e-Islami also wanted to increase terrorist and stone pelting activities in the valley, which have declined after the abrogation of Article 370. NIA in the recent weeks has raided many locations across Jammu and Kashmir to avert any terror activity in the state ahead of Independence Day celebrations.
With intelligence inputs coming in, MHA has authorized NIA to register a new case and go after all those perpetrators who are indulging in anti-national activities and trying to revive terrorism, stone pelting and other such activities. With camera person Sanjeev, this is Kamaljeet Sandhu in Delhi for India Today.
Well, torrential rains have triggered flash floods in several parts of North India. Low-lying areas in UP and Madhya Pradesh remain the worst affected. Villagers in Hamirpur are forced to camp on terraces because the houses are completely submerged. Yamuna and Betwa rivers are flowing 3 meters above the danger mark, and people are being advised by the NDRF teams to go to safer places. Here's more.
No roads, no cars, just boats in sight. Houses submerged. Villagers forced to camp on the terrace. These visuals on your screen spell out the plight of people living in Hamirpur district from Uttar Pradesh.
हमारे घर में 4 दिन से बाढ़ आई है और घर में बकरी है, बच्चे हैं 12-13 और कुछ खाने के लिए नहीं है, ना कोई देखने आता है, ना कोई सुनने आता है। हम कहाँ जाए, हम किससे कहें?
Yamuna and Betwa rivers are flowing 3 meters above the danger mark, posing a major threat to people living in low-lying areas. Torrential rains have triggered flash floods in several parts of North India. These are not the roads of Venice, this is Prayagraj. Hundreds of houses built in low-lying areas are submerged.
निवासियों को चेतावनी देती है और सूचित करती है कि लगातार नदी का स्तर बहुत तेजी से बढ़ रहा है।
People are being advised by the NDRF rescue teams to go to the safer places.
NDRF टीम आपको सचेत कर रही है, चेतावनी दे रही है।
एक टीम है हमारी यहाँ पे अभी, और जैसे ही इस तरह की कोई भी रिक्वायरमेंट होती है एवैक्यूएशन या रेस्क्यू की, तो हम उसके लिए तैयार हैं।
In Etawah, more than 40 villages situated on the banks of Chambal and Yamuna have been hit hard. The Uttar Pradesh government has launched an elaborate rescue and relief operation with the help of NDRF.
किसी तरीके से किसी को कठिनाई न हो, प्रशासन ने तत्काल जहां आवश्यकता थी वहां पर नाव लगा दिए। एनडीआरएफ और एसडीआरएफ को कॉल करके उसकी व्यवस्था यहां पर करा दी, पीएससी लगा दी, और उसकी वजह से काफ़ी लोगों को राहत गई है।
But many villagers claim that they are yet to benefit.
अभी केवल 20 लोगों का वितरण हुआ है और 30 लोगों का कल हुआ है बस। हाँ जी, बस 50 लोग। हाँ, प्रभावित तो 150 हैं, लेकिन क्या करें अब भाई, सरकार पे जितनी व्यवस्था है उतनी उनने करी। अब ये शासन समझे, हम तो बताई थी 150 लोग हैं गांव में, 150 लोगों ने का ही मारा कटा हुआ है।
In Varanasi, Ganga is in full spate and running just 30 centimeters below the danger mark. Due to the rising water level, the world-famous Pakka Ghats of Varanasi have been submerged.
घाट किनारे गंगा जी का जलस्तर इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ गया है कि हम लोग एकदम देखिए रोड पे आ गए हैं।
The situation is no different in Madhya Pradesh, Guna. After incessant rain, villages on the border of Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan have turned into islands. Rescue operations are being conducted by the NDRF teams. The Met Department has predicted that Uttarakhand, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh are likely to experience heavy rainfall for the next 3 to 4 days. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, India's indigenous aircraft Vikrant carrier has returned after its first successful trial. INS Vikrant returned to shore after accomplishing its maiden sea voyage after setting sail on the 4th of August from Kochi. IAC is the leading example of the nation's quest for Atmanirbhar Bharat and the Indian Navy's Make in India initiative with more than 76% indigenous content. The Navy confirmed that trials progressed as planned and system parameters proved satisfactory. We're leaving you with this report. Thanks for watching.